Oh. Welcome to the homestead. I am all by myself today. I'm missing out on Friday Fun Day, which we usually go skiing on Fridays with the kids. But I have to feed Susie's baby all day, so I have to stay home. So everyone's gone. I just finished breakfast, listening to some podcasts, and now I need to get up and go feed the animals. Let's go get dressed. So I think this is going to be a little tricky because usually David is feeding the animals while I am milking, and then by the time he's on the grass, I am feeding the baby. So I got to figure out how to do what I'm going to do first and how I'm going to do it all at the same time. That's going to be tricky. Maybe I'll feed the big animals that are on the right side of the paddock so they're quiet. Feed Bruce, obviously. And then I'll just take the food with me. And they're going to be crying, but then maybe I can get more milk while they're eating and see how that works. I think that's what I'm going to do. One thing beneficial about living on a homestead now, I don't have to get up early to go to work, even though this is still a lot of work. Usually just wake up based on the sun or based on my kids' schedule. And the animals kind of do the same thing. Like it's 9 o'clock right now. I've already been up, did all my prayers, made breakfast, and I'm on my second cup of coffee, fed the dogs, so now we're going to go feed the animals. The summertime is usually a little different. The sun's out a lot longer. I actually get a little bit more tired in the summer because the daytime is so long. Sometimes at the peak of summer, the sun rises like at 4 in the morning and it doesn't go down till after 11. So it can get a little crazy. So I usually don't get up at 4, but I start waking up pretty early. It could be just after it, at least up at 5. And then I do my workout first. Eat breakfast, do my workout and then go feed the animals. But since it's late, we're gonna do the workout after you feed the animals, even though you'll see, even feeding the animals is kind of a workout. See what time it is? I mean, how cold it is. It says 28 degrees. Might be taking lots of trips. Let's go. Wait for the road. Get my knife. Get my phone in case I have an emergency. Come on. Okay, food first. And it's going to be a little tricky with you guys. I'm coming, I'm coming. does everything seem harder in the wintertime? I always feel like I'm out of shape. And you try not to slip and fall. That makes it harder too. Big animal, no. Big animals have, don't get hit by Bruce, been fed. Everyone who's not pregnant or who's not a mama and isn't a baby. Now, let's start with Susie because I need her milk to feed the baby. But now my hands are freezing. Forgot my gloves. Ding dong. Do you want to come in here? But I'll have to warm him up. I'll see how she does. Good morning. It's supposed to be getting colder. Are you scared of me? Let's see if I can put this up here. Not falling. Are you ready? My hands are freezing. Freezing. Let's go. See if I can tilt this camera. It's going downhill. I know. Taking too long, huh? Let's see if I can go like this. It's a little crooked. Susie, no, come here. Where's the camera? Got my milk. Now we gotta go to Mocha. How's your grass, Susie? I know she needs water. Her grass is good, but her water's low. So we'll do that next. Hi, Mocha. Hi. Can you give me some milk too? Just for practice? Just for practice? I got your food. You need water? And you need grass. Wow. You've been hungry, huh? Let's see if she'll do it. her on the stanchion more than likely. So for now, let's go feed the baby. You hear her? Yeah, I hear you. So I'm trying to get the baby fed just on Susie's milk. We'll see how long that lasts. She gives a lot of milk and she's really easy to milk, especially when she's eating. Mocha is terrible. Mocha's a worrywart. She does better when her babies are around her, but she wasn't feeling it today. I have to just keep doing it. I have a stanchion. I'm really just touching her and, doing one squirt just to get her used to it. Halfway. Okay, looks like Mocha's the only one that needs grass. I'll top off everybody's water. And then we'll check on the chicken food and the water for the chickens. Go do the water. The hardest thing about the water in the winter time is it freezes, obviously. All of our water dispensers have heat elements in them so they don't freeze. So the biggest deal is the frost-free hydrant right there. You have to remember to unhook the hose, which we do. It's part of your beginning and end. And we have a timer because we have a cistern for our well water. And so we have a timer that we can turn it on, and even if you do forget, if you're doing multitasking, the timer will turn off so the water doesn't keep flowing, and it also doesn't overflow the cistern. So I'm out of breath. Let me turn on the timer. The water gets frozen in my quick connects, and sometimes I can't get them back on. So I can get it to go down, but I can't get it to go back up on it. Ah, did it. Okay. Now let's go fill up the waters. This might seem like a lot of work. So far, we've been working for 40 minutes. And all I got left is the water, so, and then we'll check on the chickens. But then that's it. I don't have to do water in the afternoon. I usually try to fill everything up. All their grass will probably still be here, so I just have to dump food, some grain. We give them a little bit twice a day, like a cup. And then that's it. The chickens go up by themselves. Then I'll lock up all the doors. The hardest part right now is just feeding the baby, because I do feed her, so I have to milk Susie and feed her 4 times a day. What's going to be really hard is we're supposed to get a cold front. So far, we had one huge snowstorm come through where it lasted like a whole day. It snowed literally almost 24 hours. So it gave us like a foot of snow, which is a lot for this part of the valley. It's not a lot for Montana. Montana gets a lot, but we live in a valley, which doesn't get as much weather. But then it's stayed pretty much right at freezing. So it's been, yesterday actually got up to 50 degrees, and then it was in the low 40s before that. So for the most part, the snow stays because it drops low at night. We're in the mountains, so anywhere in the mountains at night, it gets a lot colder. So that part is what's harder when it's really cold. So I think we're supposed to get really, really cold Sunday and Monday. And of course, David's going to be gone. He leaves tomorrow morning at 6:30. So I'll be doing this by myself for the next few days. Although the boys will be here on Saturday and Sunday. So obviously I'll get them to help me. We usually don't make them help in the morning. They'll help in the evening if they're home from sports and school. But in the wintertime, just because it's dark, nobody's up when they're off to school. So there's not much to do. So we'll see. 2 more sheds of water. So that's it. A lot harder by yourself. But 9:51. Getting wet. 9:51. And for me, my work day is done. So I'll probably have to put in another 15 minutes tonight, and then 15 minutes each time I feed the baby. So if I was gonna work on, I guess my point is not that I'm not working and there's still plenty to do, right? I have a lot of stuff to cook, and I'm gonna do some editing. I actually do some classes that I teach. It kind of goes along with my previous job that I retired from, because I used to teach government accounting courses. Before, so I still do that, maybe like one class a month for a couple hours, just because I love doing it. And then but I'm not telling you how long it is to do the least amount of work, because I definitely don't believe in that. I believe in working extremely hard. But if you, just as a motivation, if you're at home and you still have a job and you still have things to do, you could still have some sort of homestead. I think the homestead life, I wish I knew this before. I don't think our parents grew up like this, for my parents. So back then it was always about working hard, going to college, and then you get a 9-to-5 job, right? That pays well. But I think just being out here in the quiet, you kind of really figure out what the purpose is of life. It's very spiritual. It's very written the way, or it's just the way God made it. It's really, really moving to get into that element. And so you can even do this and still, if I had to go off to work, obviously I would start a little bit earlier. But being able to have your own food is also really beneficial. People say it's more expensive, and I'm here to tell you it's not. You'll hear it over and over and over again. I think what's expensive is probably the infrastructure. But that's kind of like with everything, right? When you have your first baby, all that stuff you need to buy, and then having additional babies isn't necessarily more expensive because you have the infrastructure, the bottles that you could share, the blankets, all of those things. It's kind of like that. So, I don't know. If I was going to start, or just, you're interested in it or thinking about it, I would start with chickens. I think chickens are easy. I think chickens are manageable. I already checked the water. They still have water. We probably give them water every 3-4 days. Same with the new bag of food. And I have about 30 chickens. Because mostly I let them free range. They just eat more in the wintertime because everything's covered in snow. So there's not much for them to scavenge for. But they'll still be picking and scratching and finding bugs to eat. So we'll talk more birds another time, but thanks for watching. It's January. This is winter time. This is the toughest part. Talk to you soon. Ready, Dick? Are you ready? You want to go inside? Do some cooking? You want to go do some cooking?